My dear friends, I speak to you today not just as a psychologist, but as someone who deeply understands the human journey through life's challenges. I've witnessed countless stories of triumph and resilience, and I'm here to share with you the profound wisdom I've gathered about overcoming adversity. Let me begin by acknowledging that each of you carries unique burdens, faces personal battles, and harbors your own fears and doubts. These feelings are not just normal, they're an essential part of our human experience. When we face adversity, our minds often become our greatest adversaries, filling us with self-doubt and anxiety. But I want you to know that within you lies an extraordinary capacity for resilience and growth. Throughout my years of research and practice, I've observed that those who successfully overcome life's challenges share certain fundamental approaches and mindsets. Today, I'll guide you through these insights, helping you unlock your inner strength and transform obstacles into opportunities for growth. Let's understand that adversity itself isn't your enemy. It's your relationship with adversity that determines its impact on your life. When we face difficulties, our initial reaction is often to resist, to wish things were different, to ask, "Why me?" This natural response, while understandable, can trap us in a cycle of negativity and helplessness. Instead, I invite you to adopt what I call the growth perspective, viewing challenges as opportunities for learning and development. This isn't mere positive thinking. It's a scientifically proven approach that actually rewires your brain's response to adversity. Consider this: every time you face a challenge, your brain creates new neural pathways. When you approach these challenges with curiosity and determination rather than fear and avoidance, you're literally building a more resilient brain. This is why I often tell my clients that adversity, when approached correctly, can be your greatest teacher. Let me share with you a powerful technique I've developed called the Adversity Response Protocol. When facing a challenging situation, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. What can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? And what opportunities might this create? These questions shift your focus from the problem to the potential, from victimhood to empowerment. But I understand that this isn't always easy. Sometimes the pain feels too intense, the obstacles too overwhelming. In these moments, remember that feeling overwhelmed doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're human. The key is to acknowledge these feelings without letting them define your response. Think of emotions like waves in the ocean. They rise and fall, but you can learn to surf them rather than being swept away. This brings me to another crucial aspect of overcoming adversity: the power of incremental progress. Too often, we paralyze ourselves by focusing on the magnitude of our challenges. Instead, I encourage you to break down your response into small, manageable steps. Each small victory builds confidence and momentum. Remember, resilience isn't about never falling. It's about learning to rise again, one step at a time. In my research, I've found that people who successfully navigate adversity share a common trait: they maintain a strong sense of purpose. Your purpose acts as an anchor during turbulent times, providing direction and meaning when circumstances seem chaotic. I encourage you to connect with your deeper values and aspirations. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What difference do I want to make? These questions help you maintain perspective and find meaning even in difficult circumstances. Another vital element in overcoming adversity is the quality of your self-talk. The stories we tell ourselves about our challenges shape our ability to overcome them. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self talk, pause, and ask, would I speak this way to a friend facing the same situation? Practice self-compassion. It's not indulgence. It's a crucial tool for resilience. Your brain responds to internal dialogue just as it does to external experiences. By cultivating supportive, encouraging self-talk, you create an internal environment conducive to growth and resilience. Let's also address the role of social connection in overcoming adversity. Humans are inherently social beings, and isolation often amplifies our struggles. Reaching out for support isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. Build and maintain meaningful connections with others who can support and encourage you. Share your struggles and your victories. Let others' experiences inspire and guide you. Remember, even the strongest trees in the forest are connected through their root systems, supporting each other in times of stress. Time management becomes crucial when dealing with adversity. I've developed what I call the resilience routine, a structured approach to maintaining balance during challenging times. This includes dedicated time for self-care, problem solving, and recovery. Don't underestimate the power of small daily practices in building resilience. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, and mindfulness practices aren't luxuries, they're essential tools for maintaining the physical and mental strength needed to overcome challenges. Another powerful strategy is what I call reframing through perspective taking. When faced with adversity, try viewing your situation from different angles. Imagine how someone you admire might handle it, or consider how this experience might look from a future perspective. This mental flexibility helps you discover new approaches and solutions you might otherwise miss. Remember that setbacks and failures are not endpoints, they're data points in your journey of growth. Each obstacle you face provides valuable information about your strengths, weaknesses, and areas for development. Use this information to adjust your approach and strengthen your resilience toolkit. I've observed that many people struggle with perfectionism when facing challenges. They believe they must handle everything flawlessly, which often leads to paralysis or burnout. Instead, aim for progress, not perfection. Celebrate small wins, learn from setbacks, and maintain forward momentum, even if the steps are small. Visualization is another powerful tool in overcoming adversity. Spend time regularly visualizing yourself successfully navigating challenges. This isn't mere daydreaming, it's mental rehearsal that prepares your brain for success. Athletes use this technique to improve performance, and you can apply it to any challenge you face. Let me share with you some additional insights that I've gathered through years of clinical experience and research. One of the most powerful revelations in psychology is understanding how our minds process and adapt to adversity. When we face challenges, our brains actually have the remarkable ability to rewire themselves, creating new neural pathways that make us stronger and more resilient. This process, known as neuroplasticity, is your brain's natural way of evolving and growing through difficulty. Think of your mind as a garden. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to plant new seeds of strength, wisdom, and resilience. But just like a garden, this growth requires consistent care and attention. I've noticed in my practice that many people struggle with what I call the comparison trap. They look at others who seem to be handling life's challenges effortlessly and wonder why they're finding it so difficult. Let me tell you something important. Everyone's journey through adversity is unique. What you see on the surface rarely reflects the full story of someone's struggles and growth. Instead of comparing your journey to others, Focus on your own progress, no matter how small it may seem. Another crucial aspect of overcoming adversity is understanding the role of emotional intelligence. Your emotions are not your enemies, but they're valuable messengers providing important information about your experiences and needs. When you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or discouraged, these emotions are signaling that something needs attention. Learning to listen to and work with your emotions, rather than against them, is a vital skill in building resilience. I want to address something that often goes unspoken in discussions about overcoming adversity: the importance of rest and recovery. In our achievement-oriented society, there's often pressure to keep pushing forward, to never show weakness. But true resilience isn't about constant forward motion. It's about knowing when to push and when to pause. Rest isn't a sign of weakness. It's a crucial part of building strength. Think of it like interval training for your emotional and mental well-being. One of the most powerful tools I've discovered in my work is what I call the future self perspective. When facing current challenges, try to imagine yourself 5 or 10 years from now looking back on this period. What would your future self want you to know? What wisdom would they share? This exercise not only provides valuable perspective, but also helps you maintain hope and direction during difficult times. Remember that adversity often comes with opportunities for transformation. Many of my clients have discovered that their greatest challenges led to unexpected positive changes in their lives. This doesn't mean we should seek out hardship, but it does mean we can approach difficulties with an open mind about potential positive outcomes. The concept of post-traumatic growth is well documented in psychological research. Sometimes, it's through our deepest struggles that we discover our greatest strengths and most meaningful purpose. I've seen countless individuals emerge from adversity, not just surviving, but transformed in powerful and positive ways. Another vital aspect of resilience is maintaining boundaries. During challenging times, it's essential to know your limits and communicate them effectively. This isn't selfish, it's self-preservation. You can't effectively overcome adversity if you're constantly depleting your emotional and mental resources. Learning to say no when necessary and protecting your energy are crucial skills in building long-term resilience. Let's talk about the power of routine in overcoming adversity. When life feels chaotic and overwhelming, having consistent daily practices can provide a sense of stability and control. These don't need to be elaborate. Simple habits like morning meditation, regular exercise, or evening reflection can create anchors of certainty in uncertain times. These routines become your foundation for resilience. I want to emphasize the importance of celebrating small victories along your journey. Too often, we focus solely on the end goal, missing the significance of small progress along the way. Each small step forward, each moment of choosing courage over fear. Each time you pick yourself up after a setback, these are victories worth acknowledging and celebrating. They build the confidence and momentum needed for larger achievements. In my years of clinical practice, I've observed that one of the most challenging aspects of facing adversity is maintaining perspective when everything seems overwhelming. Let me share with you a powerful framework I've developed called the Resilience Compass. This approach helps you navigate through difficult times by focusing on 4 essential directions: mental strength, emotional balance, physical well-being, and spiritual connection. Each of these elements plays a crucial role in building lasting resilience. The first element, mental strength, involves developing what I call a growth mindset plus. This goes beyond simply believing in your ability to improve. It's about actively seeking lessons in every challenge you face. When confronted with obstacles, ask yourself, what skills am I developing through this experience? How is this challenge preparing me for future success? What hidden opportunities might exist in this situation? This approach transforms difficulties from mere obstacles into stepping stones for personal development. Emotional balance, the second element, requires understanding that all emotions, both positive and negative, serve a purpose. Many people try to suppress or ignore difficult emotions, but this only leads to greater psychological strain. Instead, practice emotional awareness and acceptance. When you feel anxious, angry, or discouraged, acknowledge these feelings without judgment. Treat them as information rather than obstacles. This emotional intelligence becomes your superpower in navigating life's challenges. The third element, physical well-being, is often overlooked in discussions about overcoming adversity. Yet, our physical state profoundly impacts our ability to handle stress and challenges. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate sleep aren't just health practices, they're crucial tools for building resilience. When your body is strong and well cared for, your mind becomes more capable of handling life's difficulties. The fourth element, spiritual connection, doesn't necessarily mean religious faith, though it can. It's about finding meaning and purpose beyond your immediate circumstances. This might involve connecting with nature, practicing meditation, or engaging in activities that give you a sense of being part of something larger than yourself. This spiritual dimension provides perspective and hope during difficult times. Another crucial aspect of overcoming adversity is what I call strategic vulnerability. Many people believe that showing vulnerability is a weakness, but research shows that appropriate vulnerability actually strengthens relationships and builds support networks. Learning when and how to be vulnerable, to ask for help, to admit uncertainty, to share struggles is a vital skill in building resilience. This leads me to an important point about community and connection. While personal strength is important, true resilience is often built through our connections with others. I encourage you to cultivate what I call a resilience network, people who support, challenge, and inspire you. This network might include family, friends, mentors, or professional supporters. Remember, seeking support isn't a sign of weakness. It's a strategy employed by the strongest among us. Let's talk about the role of failure in building resilience. In my practice, I've noticed that many people are paralyzed by fear of failure. But failure, when approached correctly, is one of our greatest teachers. Each setback provides valuable information about what doesn't work, helping us refine our approach and strengthen our strategies. The key is to fail forward, to learn and grow from each setback, rather than being diminished by it. Time management becomes particularly crucial when dealing with adversity. I recommend what I call the 3R approach: reset, reflect, and respond. Take time to reset your mental and emotional state when feeling overwhelmed. Reflect on your situation with clarity and perspective. Then respond with purposeful action rather than reactive behavior. This structured approach helps maintain focus and effectiveness even in challenging times. Another powerful tool is what I call future anchoring. This involves creating clear, compelling visions of your desired future state. When facing current challenges, regularly connect with these future visions. This doesn't mean denying present difficulties, but rather maintaining hope and direction even while navigating tough situations. Your vision becomes an anchor, helping you stay oriented toward your goals despite temporary setbacks. Let's address the importance of self-compassion in building resilience. Many high achievers are incredibly hard on themselves when facing setbacks. But research shows that self-compassion, treating yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a good friend, actually enhances resilience and performance. Practice speaking to yourself with encouragement and understanding, especially during difficult times. Remember that setbacks and struggles are part of every human journey. One of the most powerful practices I recommend is what I call resilience journaling. This isn't just about recording events, it's about tracking your growth, insights, and progress through challenges. Write about your struggles, yes, but also document your victories, lessons learned, and moments of strength. This creates a personal resilience reference that you can return to during future challenges. As we continue our discussion, I want to emphasize the importance of maintaining perspective during difficult times. Sometimes we become so focused on our immediate challenges that we lose sight of the bigger picture. Practice what I call zoom in, zoom out thinking. Zoom in to deal with immediate challenges effectively, but regularly zoom out to maintain broader perspective. This helps prevent becoming overwhelmed by temporary setbacks. Another crucial aspect of building resilience is developing what I call emotional agility. This is the ability to experience and process emotions without being controlled by them. When facing adversity, you might feel anger, fear, frustration, or sadness. These emotions are natural and valid, but they shouldn't drive your decisions or actions. Practice acknowledging your emotions while maintaining the ability to choose your response. This emotional agility becomes particularly important when dealing with long-term challenges. Many people can handle short-term stress, but prolonged adversity requires a different kind of resilience. This is where what I call sustainable resilience practices become crucial. These are daily habits and mindsets that help you maintain strength and perspective over extended periods. Think of it as building your resilience endurance rather than just sprint capacity. One often overlooked aspect of overcoming adversity is the power of creativity. When facing challenges, we often become rigid in our thinking, seeing only obvious solutions. But some of the most effective responses to adversity come from thinking outside conventional boundaries. Practice what I call possibility thinking, regularly asking yourself, what else might be possible here? This opens up new perspectives and potential solutions you might otherwise miss. As we conclude our time together, I want to emphasize that building resilience is a journey, not a destination. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen your resilience muscles. Every setback, every obstacle, every moment of doubt, these are all potential building blocks for greater strength and wisdom. You have within you an extraordinary capacity for growth and adaptation. Trust in this capacity, nurture it, and watch as it grows stronger with each challenge you face. Remember, the goal isn't to avoid adversity, but to develop the strength, wisdom, and resilience to face it effectively. You are capable of more than you know, stronger than you believe, and more resilient than you imagine. Face your challenges with courage, learn from them with wisdom, and emerge stronger with each step forward. Thank you for sharing this journey of understanding and growth with me today. May these insights serve you well as you can continue on your path of personal development and resilience.